war,
you need
or
16
AI
for?
taking over, or some kind of disease wiping us out. Now, there have been many different works of fiction
Got the
that
Taz
explore
face
all
already.
of these different possibilities.
He
But what
spent
if
his
I told
VC
you
on drip
there is
before
one
he
piece of media
upgraded
out
his
there
My Player?
that shows us a possibility that nobody has considered yet.
I can see that.
And that's because it was hidden inside of a children's educational TV show.
Shout out Alex Bell.
Teletubbies dares to ask a question that shows us the darkest, most horrifying fate for humanity. What if the sun was a baby?
What? Niggas out here building their dream, man. Hey, man. Not gonna say nothing, but shout out to the 2K niggas. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the Teletubbies. I want Rico Nasty. Yo, Rico.
Hey, how you doing? Love.
I'm doing great. It's been a while since I talked to you, gang. I got a quick question. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, love. I'm listening. Go. Alla saya sang ni ada ba say, you know, so how tired so I go you love it say I'm mighty to be go but how many damn days you have been.
I have somebody in my chat that says they want you. Is that okay?
Of course, let me meet them.
His name is Ao Kone.
I'm here, Alcone. How are you?
But you know what I mean by saying like he wants you though, right?
Yeah, of course. So, bottom something bottom section you was text machine. I'm listening out him who and not I will break this thing out and call him some brother on Tay. Yeah, thing, young thing, I'm listening. Um,
Can you repeat that again?
yes, I am listening. I am hearing you. I know what you are saying. You are saying that he wants me.
Gok 3000 from Rico Nasty.
Law, got 3,000. That would be some fire if you ask me. What do you think?
No, it wouldn't be fire at all. No, ma'am, no, it would not be fire at all.
Are you being for real? For real, my love. You don't think it would be?
No, you have a child.
No, it's not serious love. It's just a fantasy.
Okay, now we gotta go. She said she said her child is not real. It's a fantasy. I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm not about to disrespect my goat, bruh. Hell nah. Hop on Sora. I'm not doing Sora, gang. Hell nah. Just because Rico fuck with me, you ending it? No, I'm ending it because she said her child is not real. It's a fantasy. That's why I'm ending that. That's not the real Rico. That's not the real Rico. I know. That's not her. She would never say that. Plus, you said you was good. Nah, what's up with this nigga, bruh? What's up with this nigga? What's up with this nigga, bruh? I don't know what the fuck that shit was on, but yeah, I got it, bro. Wait, this shit records my voice too? Oh hell nah. Y'all think there's an AI version of me out there? Like dead ass, like for real, like hold on. That's kind of crazy. Hold on. The government is recording you. You not known, twin. At least he keeps it real. That's all. That you need a real nigga to keep you accountable, keep you real. I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying?
It's possible I went a little
Wait
too
till
far
you get
with
like
this
1,000
video.
views
Teletubbies is
till
essentially just
you get an
jingly
AI.
keys to distract
1,000
babies.
views?
It's not like Blue's Clues or
Nigga, I
Magic
got
School
that.
Bus where there is some semblance of a plot or conflict.
Nigga, we
Teletubbies
been
is
getting
just
that.
kind of nothing. There is no substance to this show. Which
Going to
is
say goodnight to my
understandable because
AI
it was made
Nick
for
every time
literally
before I go to
one-year-old
sleep.
babies.
Please shoot me. Oh, when you hit
I will now try and
1K
describe the
viewers,
plot
you'll
of
get
this
an
show.
AI.
Teletubbies
Okay,
are
gotcha.
these weird-looking alien baby
Time to
things
bot.
that live in a bunker in
Time to
Teletubby
bot.
land, and they just kind of walk around
AI
doing
Nick.
nothing until a creepy speaker slowly comes out of the ground and tells them what to do.
I know that Sora, like, people can, like, you don't even have to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they already have models for damn near everybody that exists. Somebody can literally make an AI version of me right now, but I have to approve it, though, which that will never happen. What the f is this? What did this man just send me? Why does this shit say wait? Yeah, I'm not clicking that. That man just sent a virus to my shit, bruh. What the fuck? That nigga farting?
Time for Tubby bye-bye. Time for Tubby bye-bye.
I never watched the show
And
at
there is
all,
also
ever.
this giant sun baby thing that is constantly watching and laughing at them. And there is also a windmill that sends videos to their stomachs of just some random
What?
kids also kind of doing nothing for like 5 minutes.
You were too old, gang. All right. It's coming from the same nigga that was watching Jungle Book.
And it is so boring and by far the worst part of this show. And then when they're
God.
finally done with
Never
it,
watched
they
this shit
literally
either.
just watch the
They gotta
exact
be evil,
same
though.
video again.
What?
Because all this show is trying to do is just
Two
waste
old
time
geezers
distracting
fighting each
babies
other.
with jingly keys for as long as humanly possible.
Ain't
And
gonna
I have
lie,
watched
gang.
so much Teletubbies for
Ain't
this
gonna lie,
video, and I
gangaroonie.
hate it. Also, there's a vacuum cleaner named Nunu that looks like he's constantly in pain.
What the fuck?
Nunu is my favorite character because I can relate to him. And look, I get it.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like that'd be some good sucks.
This is a baby show, I am not the target audience, and hopefully neither are the people watching this video.
You remember
There is
him.
clearly no actual lore.
Why'd you
or
say that when I
world
said
building
that?
here for me to discuss. 9 years ago, I even made another parody video of dark, edgy Teletubby theories.
Oh
Now,
god.
why don't we watch a little bit of Teletubbies and see
Oh
what
my
we
god.
see the show using overstimulating vibrant colors to mimic the psychedelic effects of LSD.
Why does he look like a Nickelodeon character?
You know, that was just me making fun of Luke.
Yo, why does he look like a Nickelodeon character? Shout out my boy Alex, man, but this nigga This is what I thought Ayo looked like before we found out he was black. Like, what the hell? I'm sorry. I keep my hoe in that, man.
Losers
It's
who
Halloween.
genuinely try to analyze this baby
Pre-time
stuff.
skip Alex Bell.
Anyways, here's my genuine analysis of Teletubbies.
He looked like-
Despite everything I have just said, I do believe that there is a way to make sense of every weird random detail in this show. And it starts...
I said that's what I thought you looked like before we found out you was black. I didn't say that was you now. I said this is what I thought you looked like before we found out you was black. You know what I'm saying? Which wasn't that long, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I just only assumed. Nah, that's not even. First of all, you acting like that's a bad thing. No. You acting like looking like Alex Bell is a bad thing. This is a striking young gentleman. Don't do that. This is a striking young gentleman. You know what I'm saying? He's a good looking guy. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? Obviously, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, you know what I'm saying? Alex Bell 9 years ago. Yeah, this is what I thought you looked like before we even knew you was a nigga. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with that? Kevin Bell. I mean, there isn't Kevin here. I guess you could say he's heartless. Sorry.
By asking a very simple question. Where is Teletubby Land?
Over the hills and
I be
far
eating,
away,
bruh.
Teletubbies come to play.
Clock it.
It looks like Earth with the nature and rabbits, but we never actually see any humans. For all we know, this could be some distant alien planet or magical
I thought Splash's
alternate
real
dimension.
name was actually
But
John.
We know Teletubbies do have some
See,
kind
we
of
all got,
connection
you know what I mean?
to
We all got
humanity.
preconceived
The weird
notions.
speakers are constantly telling them to do human things, and they are constantly being sent videos of human children in the real
Okay, I
world.
didn't think his first name was John. I forgot. I actually did say it. I forgot what I thought your first name would be.
Hi.
I have to look back at it.
Let's make some big.
John Splash.
And I feel like the intro at the start
I'm
of every
John
episode
Splashington,
does imply
the fourth.
that Teletubby Land is on Earth somewhere.
Over the hills and far away.
Over the hills and
Oh.
far away. They are telling us
Making
where
me
the
sound
show
like an
takes
old
place
nigga.
in
Is
relation
John an
to
old
us,
nigga
the
name?
viewer. And to get there, we need to go over the hills that are in our way, as opposed
John's
to
not an
going
old
through
nigga name.
space or a
Yes.
magical portal. Meaning
John is not an
Teletubby Land
old nigga
is
name.
likely
Sound
on
like a
Earth.
coal
But
miner. It's
this
crazy.
doesn't make sense because Teletubby Land has a weird.
But to be
sentient
fair, though,
baby face
John
sun, but
John
in the
Splash
human videos,
John
we can
Splash
see that they
actually
just
could be a
have
fire
regular,
name.
normal sun with no
Joel?
face. So if
Joel
you're both
sounds
supposed to be
old.
on Earth, then why is the sun different? Well,
Joel sounds
maybe
old.
it's not a question of where Teletubby Land is, but when. What if
What?
Teletubbies takes place on Earth in the future sometime after the normal sun?
Look, all I'm gonna say is, I'm glad I got a regular white man name. I can't never be, you know what I'm saying, racially discriminated against. At worst, people think that I'm doing blackface.
Somehow grew a baby face. And if that sounds far-fetched, then take a closer look at these human videos.
What?
Now, in most kids' educational shows, these types of segments
You already
are like
are.
Blue's Clues,
See, I
where
knew it.
Steve gets sent mail from children who
I
are
knew
fans
it.
of the show and say, "Hi, Steve, I love Blue's
I'm
Clues."
getting tired of this
Look, it's a letter
this
from our
white
friends.
Hi,
allegations.
Steve. Let's go see my club.
What do I have to do to prove that I'm black? What y'all want me to do? Eat some goddamn fried chicken and watermelon? Drink some goddamn grape Kool-Aid? What y'all want me to do? What more do I gotta do? I'm tired of this shit.
Classroom.
But in all 485
Go to a cookout
episodes of
and
both
fit
the
in.
original and
Nigga act like I've never
2015
been to a
revival of
niggas act like I've never been to a cookout before. What the fuck? Niggas act like you know what? Well, actually, I haven't been to a cookout in a while, but niggas act like I can't go to no damn cookout, bruh.
Teletubbies. Not once do the children
Go to
ever
a Negro
acknowledge the
cookout
fact
and fit.
that
Why'd
these
you specify
videos are being
Negro?
Sent to Teletubbies.
Feeling like logic.
My name's
All right.
Tayo. Hello, I'm Stephanie.
They never
Hello?
even say the word Teletubby, which feels like a very weird.
Niggas act like I've never been to a
choice.
cookout and
For
like
all
ate
intents and purposes,
cookout
these are just
food.
random videos of humanity. That
What
could
more
have
do I
been
gotta do
made
to prove that
long
I'm a
before
nigga?
Teletubbies ever even existed.
literally saying nigga.
And this all gets a lot
literally
more
black.
interesting
What is
when
this?
we take a look at the most recent Netflix Teletubbies
What the
reboot
fuck is this?
from 2022.
Over the hills and far away, Teletubbies come to play.
Anyone can say nigga. Can he say nigga? Can he say nigga? He can't. No. Okay, that was all right. Can he say nigga? Can he say nigga? He already did. Yes. All right. Okay. When he played COD. Okay. Can he say nigga? Can he say nigga? My point proven. He definitely says it every day. When does Queso when can he ever say nigga? Queso is one of us already. Ginger are already niggas. So I'm white and he's more of a nigga than me. How is that even possible? How is this man more of a nigga than me? How is that even possible? I didn't say you did. I'm being trolled. I'm being trolled. All right, hold on. This one should get y'all. This one for sure. And I mean for sure. And I mean I know for a fact. I know for a fact. Can he say nigga? You're more of a house nigga. You're not a corner nigga. What is a corner nigga? Are we going to stop him from saying it? Can he say nigga? Can he say nigga? Niggas who hang out in the corner. Nobody says corner nigga. He beats on them already. He's doing it. Where is Hulk Hogan? Well, he already said nigga, so I can't use him. That doesn't count. He's already said nigga already. So that doesn't count. But can she say nigga? Niggas said, what about Tyler Blevins? She can call it to my face. She can say whatever she wants to me. I'm asking if she can say nigga. I'm not saying if she can say nigga to you. Is that crazy? That is literally insane to say. Spit on me, I will gladly. All right. Okay.
Time for Teletubbies.
This
All
reboot
right.
makes a couple very interesting changes to the show. One of them being to the human video segments.
Oh, Dipsy.
Is that a black one?
Hi there. Hi.
Can she say nigga?
Instead of just a couple random kids out
Can he say nigga? This child that's inside this thing, can he say nigga? Go back to that woman. Go goon on your own time. He grew up to be black. All right, I'm done.
out in the
I
world,
give up.
these videos now take place inside of a single reoccurring location
I'm
with
done.
a woman named Julia.
Can Julia say nigga? Let's be for real. Can Julia say nigga? Answer this honestly. She's my okay. All
Who
right.
sings a song with a group of different children every episode.
Julia grew up in the hood, so you have to grow up from the. She's light skinned, so
And
you have
what's
to grow up in the
immediately
hood
different
in order to
about
say
these
nigga.
videos is that
Okay.
for the first time ever in the 27 years of this show airing, there actually is a direct acknowledgement of
All right, last one. Can this nigga say nigga? Can this nigga say nigga? Not really. I mean, he shouldn't, but he can, I guess. Doesn't look like a nigga to me. But Queso looks like a nigga. I'm just done. That just pissed me off.
Teletubbies from a human being.
But
Julia's
Queso
shirt
looks like a nigga.
Clearly shows the 4
I
Teletubby
barely
heads,
can say-
meaning
I
these
barely
videos
get-
in
I
particular
guess
are not from
Queso.
the past.
Oh,
They are
yeah,
being
for
made
sure.
Explicitly for Teletubbies to watch,
Alright, man.
and the humans in these videos exist at the same time as the show.
I'm sorry, one more. Let's be so for real. Can he say nigga? If he can say nigga, I will just stop. I will just be quiet. Let's be for real. Let's be honest, guys. Can he say nigga? Let's just keep it a buck, bro. Cause this is insane. He not really. He says the okay. No, thank God.
Which obviously begs the question,
Thank
what
God.
does the sun look like
I'm
for
not gonna even
these
repeat that
humans?
one, but
well,
okay.
Here's the strange thing about these new
Only
videos.
bad Asian
we never
bitches
get
can
to
say
see
it to
the
me.
sun. In fact, the kids
Once again,
in these
that's
videos
not the
never
question.
actually go outside, which is
I'm asking
very
in general.
strange when you compare that to the years
Stay on
worth
topic,
of previous
gang.
human videos that
Stop
are
being
almost
gooned out.
always outside. There does seem to be windows, but unlike the windows we see in previous videos or even in Teletubby Land, these are weirdly opaque, never actually showing us the outside world.
What
the
the
best we
fuck?
get is this obviously fake depiction of the sky on the ceiling. For some reason, these videos feel completely cut off from the outside world.
Why do they got
Where
bananas?
are these people? Hang on a second. What if over the hills doesn't mean Teletubby Land is behind hills?
This
What
gets
if
deep.
Teletubby Land is literally over the hills, as in on top of them, and this room is somewhere deep underground,
Oh.
completely cut off from the outside world. And if that seems too
Ain't the
far-fetched,
Teletubbies like a British
remember
show?
where the speakers come from.
Oh shit! Why is it farting?
Time for Tubby
Yes.
Bye-Bye. Time for Tubby Bye-Bye.
They come from underground.
You could literally
The
be one of those
speakers with
people,
a
Ayo.
human
That's
adult
crazy.
voice telling the Teletubbies
That could literally
what
be-
to
you
do
could literally
come from
be
the same
living
place where
underneath
an adult woman wearing a Teletubby
Teletubbies.
uniform makes videos. In the future world of Teletubbies, humanity
Wait.
lives underground. But future world of Teletubbies,
That looks creepy as fuck. Yo! That looks creepy as hell. What the fuck? Are they animatronics? This should have never been made, but it's been made, sir. For all types of children. They doing white face? I think this is beyond white face. This might be... What's beyond white?
Teletubbies, humanity lives underground. But why? Well, once again, I think this all has to do with the sun.
Why is the baby a son? Why is the son a baby? That's my baby son. Wait, my son, what? This on levels of Huggy
Imagine
Wuggy?
a world where
Nah,
everything is normal.
Huggy Wuggy was...
Go to work, walk your dog, watch YouTube videos.
That's something else.
But then, one day, suddenly, without any warning or explanation, the sun wakes up. You realize that the giant ball of gas in the sky that gave humanity life was actually...
If I wake up and see that the sun is a fucking baby, nigga, I'm killing myself. Yo, I would feel so wrong. What the fuck? Yo, imagine you walk out, you butt booty ass naked, and you just see a big ass baby face in the sky. I could never, bro. I could never feel the same, bro. Just imagine just a like. I'm just being, look, niggas act like, you know what I'm saying? It's just the sun, but it's a baby. It's a baby. What the fuck? Just imagine you walk outside and you see a fucking baby face. Why you just casually outside, just getting some sun rays? Niggas be naked under the sun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Imagine you crushing your woman and the sun looks at you while you busting. I mean, that's kind of, yeah. That'd be disturbing. I don't think I could do that. You know what I mean? Don't ask why niggas is outside though. You know what I'm saying? But just, you know, just realize that some people, they get a little freaky. And imagine like it's a grown ass man as the moon. Think about it. You can't never go to sleep. You have blackout curtains, bruh. You wouldn't be able to go to sleep, bruh. What if that nigga talks? Okay, realistically, what if the baby talks though while he like in the sun? Like, would that cause more radiation? That'd be weird as hell. Bruh, I don't think I dead ass will just feel weird going outside knowing that I'm constantly being looked at. Just imagine that you just outside and it's just normal. That's not a normal thing. Like just to walk outside and to see a face on the sun. Everybody can see the sun. That means that nigga's just staring at us. What if he decides to like come near us and like try to eat us? Hell nah.
Actually a cosmic sentient being all along. But it's not some unknowable Lovecraftian Cthulhu entity.
That'd be crazy.
It's just a baby. Okay, that's disturbing, but so what? Well, our sun is already extremely volatile, constantly exploding and erupting with unstable solar flares that can release
I think it's just the eyes and the mouth
towards Earth. Scientists even believe that we could be hit with a solar superstorm one day that could be devastating to human infrastructure.
Because just imagine you just walk outside and see.
Imagine if all of that power was given to an unpredictable, moody baby.
Hey,
a
bro,
baby that we
imagine that.
know is very interested in watching and reacting to the denizens
Splash!
of Earth.
I see you out there getting your sun, boy.
In fact, we could even see that when the baby sun gets a little too excited, the brightness of the sun suddenly increases.
Oh, hell no! Oh God.
So, when this baby first wakes up and opens its eyes and looks down at the people of Earth, what would it see? Up and opens its eyes and looks down at the people.
Now imagine waking up or going to imagine you just got off of work, right? 7 o'clock in the morning, you know what I'm saying? You got done with the night shift and you live next to some mountains and you see over the horizon a blue-eyed sun looking at you while you're just driving. You telling me you not doing, come on.
People of Earth, what would it see?
What's that, LB? This would be fire.
That baby would immediately throw.
I think this nigga AO just like wants to die. That's what I'm confirming
a
that.
Massive tantrum. So if humanity went underground after this baby showed up, then
The sun baby's watching out for you.
This baby had some kind of catastrophic effect on the Earth, making the surface completely uninhabitable for.
So you will be perfectly okay to go outside butt booty naked with the sun looking right at you, and it being a baby. Just yes or no?
Humans. And if you don't believe me,
you
yet,
butt booty naked
toasting
your buns
in the new videos,
and you got a baby staring at your booty.
Actually, is just a single.
I don't go outside naked anyway, though.
A drawing of a sun.
Everybody's been outside naked once before in their life. You've been naked outside, butt booty naked outside once in your life. The sun saw your booty cheeks at one point in time. Let's keep it a buck.
Without a face. But what's interesting
probably
is
as
that
a baby or a toddler,
people and a car and maybe even a police officer below the sun. Unlike the drawings with the smiling sun that only ever show
not even outside. What if you inside, right? And your windows next to the sun, right? And you were just minding your own business. You just got out the shower, butt booty naked. Right? This nigga looking through you through your window. That's even worse. You have no privacy.
Grass and flowers and no signs of humanity, just like Teletubby Land. These drawings are telling us
I
that
love
when the
Halloween on
smiling
Twitter
baby
and
sun
seeing
came
these
out,
hot ass
humanity
women
disappeared.
dressed up.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about it. Kevin. You gotta do better, bro. You gotta do better. You gotta do better, bro. You got to, bro. You gotta do better. We can't have you out here doing this type of tomfoolery, bro. You gotta do better, bro. Stay focused, gang. Shit destroying your phone. Shit, just you gotta do better. You know? Cause I fuck with you, you know what I mean? I feel like you're a nice guy. You're just misguided. You're misguided. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stop viewing women as objects and view them as humans, you know? What if a woman said that about like to you? You know what I'm saying? You know? Think about that. Go full monk mode like Splashington said. Destroy any access to gooning. You gotta do better, bruh. Can't stay up to date with the NBA. That's why I got Twitter. That's literally a lie. You can get the ESPN app. You can get the ESPN app. They literally quote all of Woj's tweets on the ESPN app. That's literally a lie. You can't, you know what I mean? That's literally a lie. You know you don't need that. You got YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You can do better. No Nut November is approaching. And niggas will not be nutting. No goons on the ESPN app. Right. There's a ESPN app. There's no way you're asking that. Am I going to get rage baited again? I guess this is the same man that doesn't know what Badissi is. He got to delete YouTube too? Wait, why you got to delete YouTube for? You literally can't goon on YouTube. I'm not American. We do not have ESPN, but there's an app for it, and I'm pretty sure you have an iPhone, so therefore you can get the app. I don't think ESPN is region locked. Pretty sure you can get an ESPN app where it got all that shit on there. He can watch Ice Spice music videos. You can't goon to Ice Spice music videos. That's literally impossible. Or twerk compilations. I don't even think twerk compilations is even a thing on YouTube anymore. The one with her and Lotto. That's not enough. There's no way a nigga can goon to that. Just install the ESPN app. How the fuck did... Gooners can do a lot. I'd rather goon to Dua Lipa. Never underestimate them. Why do you need a goon to any woman that doesn't want to do that, though? That's the crazy part. You know? You only goon to Caucasians? Well, he is racist, so. You know what I mean? No, just admit it. Let's just keep it a buck. Let's just have an honest dialogue. Let's have honest dialogue. Let's keep it a buck. Don't say no. We know about you. We know about you. But see, I wouldn't be a real nigga if I didn't address it, though. You know what I'm saying? Because if we gonna get woke, we about to get woke. You are a milkman. I only like to date everything but black, but gooning it to every race. So you like to date everything but a black person, but you will goon to a black woman. What the You act like that is that is a good thing. Wait, hold on. You act like that's a good thing? Wait. Is Heartless black? He's a I don't get that. So black women are good enough to goon to, but not good enough to date. Interesting. So you just like using women's bodies is what you're telling me. I just want to know. So you just like using women's bodies. Let's be real. Let's keep it a buck. Because that don't even make any sense. Now we calling you out. So you would date any single race except black. Given, you know, black women. So, but you can goon to them though. I feel like that's not fair. So you can goon to her, but you don't want to date her though. You know who else said that? I ain't gotta say it, but you know, y'all know if you know. You know what I'm saying? Which, hey, you got your preferences. Look, you got your preferences. I'm not gonna shame a nigga, you know what I mean? But I got my eye on you, no? I want you to do better. You know what I'm saying? They just a piece of meat to you. Off topic, but they shot this nigga Fulio, got killed by a .30 blackout round. On his birthday. It's bad gang. They also shot him in his heart. Nigga really say rip to Fulio. So, Splash, I want to understand why you trying to play defense for this man. When I get it, because you know what? I got it. Y'all trying to put tomfoolery and trickery. I see. Okay, I get it now. I understand. You said light skins gotta stay together. Understandable. Folio the same shit as Vaughn. I'm trying to watch the video. Understandable. W finesse.
I believe
Also, I just noticed this. This is crazy.
that Teletubbies is set in a post-apocalyptic world where humanity was forced underground because the baby son
Ain't no
woke
rip to
up.
them.
But then,
You can't go
what
past what
exactly
Harlan said.
are these weird
They just trying to play games. See, but I'm clocking it though. I'm clocking it though. You know what I'm saying? I'm clocking it though. Cause we gotta fix this. He tripping though. We gotta fix this. Cause Harless, I believe you're a good guy. I believe you're a good guy. But we gotta fix this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause right now, this is me. This is me right now. Not the baby.
son woke
Not the
up.
baby.
But then,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly are these weird creatures we see?
Because when you said that, this is what it's, you know? You know what I'm saying? It's, you know? This the perfect picture. There is nothing to fix about that. Women are people, not objects. All right. It's Halloween. We let the ghouls come out at night. But November 1st, you know what I'm saying?
On the surface. Well, even if humanity could survive underground forever, the sentient baby
Don't
son
goon to
is
women,
still
y'all.
up there. If they're ever gonna reclaim the surface world, or even just prevent an even
Don't
bigger
goon to women.
world-destroying tantrum, they need to address this
Suppress
problem.
suppress
So, how do you appease
your
an
urges.
unpredictable, moody baby with unlimited power? You jingle
goon to men
keys
instead.
in front of them.
No, we're not gooning to men either. We just talked about this. Equal rights. Don't goon to women or don't goon to men. That's the whole point. Men ain't objects either. Come on, y'all, lock in.
The humans created Teletubbies, 4 creatures
It's
that
bad
could
for the
withstand the
brain.
dangers of the sun, and sent them to the uninhabitable surface.
But it's good
to
for your
keep the baby
prostate, though.
sun entertained and calm for as long as possible.
If you have
Teletubbies
prostate,
literally is jingly
you gotta do
keys
it.
for a baby. Every episode starts and ends with this baby. They are constantly cutting back to
Hold
the
on.
sun's reaction every time the Teletubbies do something.
Also, I want to say that LB had beef with a baby for over 5 years, and he never beat up that baby. That was lie, fake mispropaganda. He wanted y'all to believe that he actually beat up a baby. He did not do that. Instead, that baby beat him up, and that's why he will never reveal the truth. Yes, the baby was still a baby for 5 years.
Because the sun is the intended audience for this show. It's why everything the Teletubbies do is so heavily
Also, Count Chocula stocks also invested in sneakers that endorsed the beating of babies, and that's why they lost all their stock. I'm sorry, I just had to say it. Since we're being truthful, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we're being truthful. I just wanted to put that out there. I know that was insider trader secrets, but I want y'all to know, yes, Count Chocula, the reason why they lost most of their stocks, because they invested in a shoe company that endorsed kicking babies and beating babies up, and it backfired heavily. I won't say what shoe brand that is, but you will know if you know.
controlled by unseen
No
humans.
Balenciaga.
Poe showed Lala the tutor.
So Lala.
Is that a coochie?
This dumb baby show is actually a very high-stakes operation to protect what little remains of humanity. And if you still don't believe me, then let me ask you this. What are Teletubbies? They're weird, big baby things that seem to have technology
What are
integrated
you?
into their bodies. But let's
That is
ask
kinda
the
weird.
creators of this show, what was the initial idea behind Teletubbies?
We decided we'd go to the Smithsonian and we saw the actual spacesuits of men who not that long ago walked on the moon. You know,
Right.
isn't it amazing? There's all this technology and you look at them and they just
What,
look
in the
like
British?
babies with nappies on toddling about.
And they were basically
Nappies is a nasty word.
They were
I'm
very
sorry.
easily surprised by things and fell over all the time. And when they were worried about things, they hugged each other.
They were based on astronauts, aka
Oh.
people sent by humanity in technological
I mean,
suits
technically, we
designed
all
to
babies.
withstand inhospitable environments.
You a baby, you a
Once
baby,
you
we all
compare
babies.
Moon landing footage to Teletubbies, you can never unsee it.
Over the hills and far
Oh!
away, Teletubbies come to play.
Tinky Winky, Tinky Winky, Dipsy, La La,
Right.
Teletubbies.
What if we lived in a world where nobody can grow past the age of 5? You know? Oh my God. Goddamn bots. They're trying to listen to my plan. Fucking. You know what? Why is that a question? So you saying that you can stop gooning to girls on Twitter is a more valid question than me saying, what if the world had an age cap at 5 years old? And you're questioning my question? That is crazy.
And this is only the tip of the iceberg.
What
Once
you want me to
start
say?
viewing the show through this lens,
What if the whole world just started gooning all at once? What if we all just start gooning at the same time? Would it cause a magnetic shift for the Earth to spin a different way? Like, is that what you wanted me to ask, sir?
everything that once seemed like weird, pointless nonsense suddenly takes on a whole new meaning. The Teletubbies live in a bunker-type structure.
Mine
beneath
was
a
a
hill,
statement, not a
shelter
question.
Designed specifically.
But I formed it as a question to compare it to my question, which could also, in turn, could be a statement. Just saying.
Specifically to survive a harsh environment. The
We
Teletubbies
would
are
be
surrounded
flooded.
by advanced technology that obviously these
Flooded
dumb
by
baby
cum.
creatures didn't make.
All right. Okay.
The technology was made by humans to take care of and control their creations.
I don't think I want to
The
imagine a
windmill
world where
obviously
everybody just
functions
start
as some
gooning
kind
at
of
the same
signal
time.
tower to receive videos from the underground humans.
Because who are we gooning to? That's the question.
But it also works as
Is
a
there like a
form of
universal
renewable
goon
energy
technique?
in
Like,
this world without any functioning human infrastructure. Teletubby land itself is covered in plants, the only form of life that would be able to adapt and thrive in harsh sunlight. The Teletubby shelter has been completely covered in grass, and we see flowers
what
suddenly
the
popping
fuck?
up all
Did that
the
nigga do
time.
cocaine?
It was a really big flower.
Hey, yo!
Clearly, plants are thriving in this new sun baby world. Okay, but what about the rabbits? Why are they the only animal
What?
we
There's
see
rabbits
on
here?
the surface? It's not like rabbits are especially resilient to sunlight. Well, what are rabbits known for? Firstly, they are extremely fast breeders. They would be the perfect species to send to the surface to quickly repopulate the Earth's ecosystem. In fact,
I don't know how true this is, but I heard that rabbits can literally... They can literally hump, like... They can literally, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, break a back repeatedly multiple times, like 300 strokes per second or some shit like that. Don't ask me where I heard that from, you know? But I heard that rabbit stroke game is insane. I heard they can stroke very crazily. I wish I had that power.
they are such fast breeders that apparently the crew filming the show kept having to pause the shoot because the rabbits kept having sex in the background.
Oh, damn.
And secondly, rabbits are also commonly used by humans for laboratory testing and genetic modification. So maybe, much like the Teletubbies, these rabbits were genetically modified by humans to survive the surface world. This theory wraps up a lot of loose ends about the original show, but once again, the 2022 Netflix Teletubbies
That's a lot of
reboot
stroking, bruh.
has some very interesting differences, and this is where things get a little more disturbing.
Should we watch this? What the fuck was that? The others?
So the new Teletubbies reboot has 3 very interesting changes. First, as I've already explained, the human videos are now with Julia in a post-Teletubby world. They no longer just show old random videos of humanity. Suddenly, everything is now custom-made for the Teletubbies.
What the fuck?
Second, there are now Teletubbies in the bunker.
What the fuck is a Teletubby? That sounds crazy. A Teletubby? What the fuck?
These horrifying CGI monstrosities are new baby
Y'all trying to get
Teletubbies
tittled?
that just
Sorry.
exist now with no explanation.
Sorry.
And finally, the strangest change of all. Every episode, the baby son has a completely new face.
Huh? Oh no! What the fuck is this? Who is that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why did I know it's a baby, so I'm just saying this as a joke, you know what I mean? It's an adorable baby, but why does baby look like he look like he got a mustache? Like this baby look like a detective, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why did baby look like this? I'm just noticing patterns. Why does this baby look like this? Oh Lord, bruh. Why does this baby look like this, bruh?
Why? What does this mean? All of these changes are so
Why is
sudden
the sun
and random,
black now?
and none of them really
Oh,
fit
God.
into my theory. You guys don't understand.
They're
I
all
have
just
watched
random
hours
babies.
and hours of this extremely boring baby show to try and make sense of this, and I
Little
almost gave
B
up,
as a baby.
But then, I
Okay.
finally found a single episode of Teletubbies that changed my entire view of this universe. Episode 56 of the 2015 revival called
Oh, this came out on
Twinkle,
Halloween.
Twinkle.
When this came out
In
today?
this single episode, for the first and only time in the over 500 episodes of Teletubby canon, it becomes night. And we
What?
watch the Teletubbies leave their bunker and look up at the night sky.
What the fuck?
Tinky Winky saw a star.
Ah, Tinky Winky star!
The star was making music.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Right.
How I wonder what you are.
What's
Tinky
up?
Winky discovers a star that is singing to him. And for me, this implies 3 things.
Okay.
First, there are other sentient stars out there. It's not
shit.
just our sun. For all we know, all stars in this universe could actually be sentient. And second, the star has an adult voice. So this is likely what
Technically, if we're gonna be honest, because we all of us could be stars. Think about it. There's 8 billion people on this planet, right? There is an infinite amount of stars. Think about this. High key, we all could be a planet. I'm just saying. Just keep it a buck.
our baby son will one day grow into. And finally, the most unsettling implication here is that other stars have begun to notice the Teletubbies. And suddenly, the 2022 reboot makes a lot more sense. Humanity's plan to use Teletubbies to entertain the cosmic horror baby son worked, but it worked a little too well. because now they've started attracting other baby sons.
Ah, we're fucked. Oh no!
This is a whole new problem for humanity, and 4 Teletubbies is not enough to appease all of these sun babies, which is why they've suddenly begun to create more.
So they're making babies to
Suddenly, just watching
So they're
old
making
videos
babies
of humanity
to
isn't
entertain
enough.
babies?
The humans below the earth have to custom make higher quality videos with more children to keep the babies entertained. Humans are so desperate to meet the demands of all—
Wait, so is that why we made TikTok? What if TikTok was a scientifical experiment? Hear me out. Not to appease us, but to appease the creatures beyond the cosmos. Think about it. What if TikTok and YouTube really doesn't belong to us, but the aliens it belongs to? And that includes Twitch. What if I'm actually streaming to 1,000 aliens? And what if they're just segregating the views from the aliens from humans? Really think about, because I feel like personally I've been drawn towards more of the alien species, right? Because y'all know I'm a weird fellow, right? Nobody get the humor, but think about it. What if the aliens are watching a nigga named Beautiful Nick and they understand me type shit? Think about it. That's what fills Ayo's head up. So you already wait, what? So I'm already. So you saying? So what you trying to say? Cause I'm just speaking my truth. Cause it's like, I feel like aliens be watching the streams for real. Cause how else did I get copyrighted? None of y'all snitched. So who else would snitch on me? Think about it. None of y'all niggas snitched. So who else would have snitched on me? It has to be an alien. Ayo's head already is just a bunch of aliens in one head. That's not funny. That's not funny. That's not funny. So you already streaming to aliens. I'm not laughing at that. I'm not laughing at that. That's not funny.
all of these new sun babies that they are willing to do anything to appease them.
Just wait till you
That's not funny.
me say the words blast off, then run and
That's not funny.
touch a star.
Wait a second.
That's not funny.
Why would they be teaching children to touch the stars?
Then run and touch a star.
Wouldn't that be like the last thing they'd want to tell children to do? The whole reason they're down here is because of how dangerous stars are, right? Unless
they're feeding us to the aliens.
Preparing these children to go to the surface? Wait, are these kids the Teletubbies? Is this where Teletubbies come from?
Oh!
They've been human children the whole time? No! So yeah, that is my theory. Teletubbies is actually a post-apocalypse where humans live underground and are turning children into Teletubbies and sending them to the surface to entertain giant sun baby gods.
I'm okay with that.
Is that good? Is that what you wanted?
They feeding the kids to Ayo's head.
Mr. YouTube algorithm? Okay, I'm just gonna take that as a yes. Goodbye! Bye!
Dinky winky.
Right.
Dipsy.
If I'm gonna be honest though, I wouldn't mind getting eaten though.
La, la,
I'm just saying.
po.
Any alien that wants to eat me, I think I taste pretty good. Just put some salt and pepper on me, I think I'll be alright. Cause we're all gonna get eaten by alien in the future. Let's just keep it a buck. It's no avoiding it, bro. We are all going to be eaten by alien at some point, and I don't mind getting eaten by alien. You know what I'm saying? Y'all shouldn't either. Make sure y'all take a bath every single day, right? Make sure y'all take a bath every single day. Don't wash too much now, because you want to keep your natural essence. So when the aliens do come to eat us, you don't get spitting out or half chewed and half eaten. You know what I mean? You want to be fully eaten. You know what I'm saying? One gulp. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. I'm just keeping it in the butt, man. I want y'all to be eating just how much, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to get eaten. Dare I say eaten out. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want y'all to make sure y'all are nice, ripe, and juicy for the aliens. And that's all that is for. What the fuck am I talking